Yes, that was our honor. Please be seated, you graduates. Families, you got to stand. Welcome, the class of 2022. Families, friends, coaches, mentors, and all of the above. Welcome to the wonderful, amazing Somerville High School staff. And I will do introductions in a minute, not at this point. I would like to call up the senior class president. The senior class president, Jadison, that's you. Jadison Flores, please make your way to the stage.
Hi. I would like to invite my senior. So we're gonna salute the flag. So if everyone could rise.
Move over a little bit. You're gonna have to call.
Where's the flag?
Over there. Yeah.
Okay. Everyone look to your right.
Left.
No, left is that way, babe.
To your left.
Well, everyone that way. So
Babe, I'm left-handed.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, y'all may be seated.
They was in a rush to sit down, so can I ask you guys to please rise for the national anthem?
That's so funny. Are we still looking to the flag?
Now it's on for the chorus, Million Dreams. Please be seated.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my own.
Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds.
we're gonna make.
There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we lost our minds.
I don't care, they call us crazy. Run away to the world that we designed.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me.
You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see.
'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake.
A million dreams, I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
All right, now I want to introduce the dignitaries and support staff that are on stage. To my left is the Honorable Mayor, Katiana Ballantyne. School Committee President, Mr. Green. Assistant Superintendent Maza. Assistant Principal, Mr. Paul Cooley. Assistant Principal, Mrs. Foreman. Dean of Students, Ms. Massillon. No, I'm gonna just do it by community because I'm gonna get confused. So I wrote it down. So Beacon, we have Ms. Nicole Bailey, Ms. Ward, Ms. Paula Mello. Yes. Elm, we have Mrs. Sines. Ms. Carla Feehan's around here somewhere, the Dean of Students around here somewhere. Ms. Irma Calderon is here. From Broadway, we have Mrs. Francis. Leave her out. From Highland, we have Mr. Gilbert White, Dean around here somewhere. Ms. McGovern, Mrs. McGovern's here. And we have senior class advisor, Ms. Monterana. Where's she? Perfect timing. We have National Honor Society advisors, Ms. Rawlinson and Mrs. Massalon. Now we'll be honoring our top students. Me, I guess, I'm here. Let's figure it out. I'm here. I guess I'll be honoring the valedictorian. Let's bring up to the stage Miss Marie Lessard Brent, please, to the stage.
Hello, everyone, and thank you to everyone for coming today to celebrate the class of 2022. In my sophomore year math class, I experienced a great frustration. While logarithms caused me some distress, of course, this frustration was unrelated to the content of the course. It was instead my reaction to playing the card game Mao for the first time during a few spare minutes of class. For those who have never played, but with some weird additional rules. However, by telling you this information, I've already broken the biggest rule of Mao. You're not allowed to explain the rules. The goal of the game is to run out of cards, but every time you break the rules you don't know, the other players give you a card. Soon, you're sitting there with so many cards that they don't even fit in your hand. Playing Mao initially is just like starting anything new. You start out completely unsure of what you're doing and become overwhelmed by the seemingly constant stream of new obstacles. It is daunting to be a freshman starting high school. The change in homework load, navigating a larger building, make it inducing, to say the least. After a few infuriating games of Mao, you start to notice some patterns, and it's no longer inevitable that you'll lose. Similarly, after having spent some time in high school, students start to get a hang of what was previous, which is placed on top of the ace of diamonds. Luckily, thanks to the tireless work of educators scrambling to adjust their teaching to remote learning, our own effort, and the support of family and friends, we got through the pandemic's overhaul of the education system. Despite the difficulties of learning from home, the fact that we are all here today indicates that we managed to address tremendous alterations to our daily lives. Being able to dedicate ourselves to learning what the world as we knew it completely transformed, and for many, coping with significant loss, means that we have proven to ourselves that we possess the ability to persevere even through the most formidable circumstances. Soon, each one of us will be beginning an entirely new journey, whether through higher education, joining the workforce, taking a gap year, joining the military, or anything else. The habits and skills of high school will no longer be all we need, and we'll be forced to come up with approaches to adapt to whatever adversity confronts us. But, like picking up new rules in Mao, we'll certainly be able to meet the obstacles in our future. Thank you, and congratulations to everyone graduating tonight.
At this time, I'd like to bring up our salutatorian, Miss Lucy Gunther.
Good evening, Mayor Ballantyne, members of the school committee, SHS faculty, family, and friends. And hello to the SHS graduating class of 2022. Most of you have probably seen the Progressive Insurance commercials on TV. You know, the ones where Dr. Rick tries to save young homeowners from becoming their parents. He warns one woman, if there are too many throw pillows on your couch and no room to sit, you've become your mother. He explains to another man, if you feel the need to print out an entire website when you could just access it online, you've become your father. Dr. Rick calls this phenomenon parentomorphosis. What makes these commercials so funny is the realization that parentomorphosis is real and inevitable. We will become the people who raised us in so many ways. We will start complaining about the price of snacks at the movie theaters. We'll talk way louder on the phone than is acceptable in public. Our freezers will turn into little shrines of mystery food, and so on and so on. This is not a bad thing. Our parents, guardians, and chosen families have lived more than twice as long as us and socialize without a cell phone at their fingertips. They have also taught us to learn from our mistakes, be respectful to those around us, and be thankful and thoughtful human beings. We can back and learn before having to step into this thing called adulthood all on our own. The values that I have inherited, from little things like refusing to pay for parking to more important behaviors like eating dinner as a family every night, have made a huge impact on my life. They have taught me the importance of working hard and earning every achievement, the necessity of giving back to others, and the commitment to maintaining a strong relationship with my chosen family. This is what will allow me to navigate an uncertain future, become a mensch in my community, and excel in my future career. As we become our own people, we will have to take on a world that is completely unlike the one those before us faced when they graduated high school, one with extreme social, political, and environmental uncertainty. In a society riddled with prejudice and violence due to the polarization of America, it is more important than ever to establish a set of values and stick to them, especially when they are being threatened. We will become better people for it. At SHS, we have been lucky. Many kids' high schools have very little diversity and their communities are segregated. With more than 50 cultures represented, we have been exposed to a world beyond Somerville. And although there are occasional incidents that divide us, the students of Somerville High embrace the value of accepting others for who they are, disagreeing respectfully, and uplifting fellow members of our community. These values and the diversity that make up our city have allowed us to surround ourselves with a supportive network of chosen families. Our teachers, coaches, counselors, mentors, and friends have encouraged us to draw on the values of those around us so that we can be the compassionate young adults they know we are capable of becoming, in the classroom, on the field, and out in the real world. The world around us is ever-changing, but our values are constant. So let us lean into parentamorphosis and hold on to the values and wisdom we have inherited. They will allow us to attack life's challenges head-on, push towards successful futures, and leave our mark on the world. I know that SHS Class of 2022 is up for the challenge. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jim Hashey. I'm the Director of CTE, Assistant Principal, and I'd like to acknowledge our most outstanding Vocational Technical Student of the Year, representing our health careers. Congratulations, Ava. Thank you.
It is time for our class poem. Where's that? Come on up. Ms. Ursa Khan.
Good evening. When you start out, 4 years feels like an ocean, long and never ending. You can swim as far as you want. In 4 years, you can do anything, be anything. You hold the power. But when you wade too deep, the sand drops out from under you. You're left floundering. That's when everything changes, faster than you can ever imagine, until all you hear is we live in unprecedented times. And for a moment, we forgot. We're unprecedented too. The ground slipped from under us, our heads submerged in frigid water, but we learned to swim, faster and better than we ever could before. We are the GBL champions, young thespians, writers, dancers, musicians, future doctors, engineers, electricians, and teachers that marched and protested, won races, and even when the tide rushes in. So while 4 years slipped away like beads on a string, we emerged triumphant, ready for whatever the next wave may bring. facing it with the knowledge that we are and always will be unprecedented. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to call up the Honorable Mayor Ballantine.
Good evening. Congratulations to Somerville High School class of 2022. In 2010, when most of you started kindergarten, President Obama had completed 1 year in office as our 44th president. Facebook and Twitter were 2 years old, and Snapchat was launched. Or excuse me, Instagram was launched. Soon after, Snapchat. In 5th grade, the world struck a deal on climate change with the Paris Accords. And also the Supreme Court made a landmark decision voting to allow same-sex couples marry nationwide. In 8th grade, the humanitarian crisis deepened in Yemen and Venezuela, and the Me Too movement went global in the wake of sexual abuse allegations as millions came forward to share their stories. Your first year of high school, the Central American migrant exodus grew. Many of the asylum seekers were fleeing violence and grinding poverty in El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras. Also, Somerville High School students organized in Boston for climate change, demanding action. And the Sunrise High School students were organizers in this. In 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic started. You learned remotely. In 2021, you came back to school. And in 2022, you made Somerville history by being the first graduating class in the new high school. You are resilient, caring, supportive. Your high school years were marked with some time of instability and unprecedented hardship because of the pandemic. Let's give our students and our graduates a round of applause for everything they've worked on. It's an honor for me to be invited to celebrate this monumental achievement and milestones in your lives. I hope you're able to reflect, appreciate all the work you've put in on your education so far, and that you feel accomplished to enter the next chapter in your life. And I hope you'll be thinking about that next chapter, just one of many. I know you may be feeling you need to know what the rest of your life is going to look like, but try not to be overwhelmed by the big picture. The future, with a capital F, it all starts with one small step. If you feel stuck or unsure of what direction to go in, remember it's small steps that keep you moving. I want to share a little bit about me and my journey in life with you. Some of it's not so nice, but it's what formed me into my thinking and who I am. I was born and orphaned in Greece. I was adopted there by my Scottish father, hence my last name is Ballantyne, and my Czech-German mother, and Katiana is Eastern European. My family is a family of immigrants. I immigrated to the United States when I was 4, and I learned then that sometimes people are afraid of differences. It could be your accents, it could be your foods, it could be your clothing, or just simply your culture. My kindergarten through 12th grade experience might be similar as yours. Some of my teachers I remember vividly, like my third grade teacher, because she was an immigrant like me, and I hadn't met anybody in the public schools who was not an immigrant. She seemed to get me. My fourth grade teacher, she was incredibly kind. She was a first-time teacher, and she helped me navigate being bullied. Who knew I could even get an A in math, because I had this great eighth grade teacher and homeroom teacher. And while I was in her class, I became a US citizen, and she and I bonded over that. I had some high school teachers who were certainly memorable: math, world history, US history, German, physics. Yeah, he was great. My physics teacher, he was so kind, but I was really bad at physics. And my gym teacher was incredible. So I want to thank Principal Matt Buchanan, all the teachers, coaches, counselors, staff, and administrators, our superintendent, Mary Skipper, for all they do each day to provide people of Somerville for their futures, make them feel valued, and remind them that they are worthy of all opportunities. We are continually grateful for their dedication and commitment. I also struggled through school because I'm dyslexic. I really couldn't read until I was almost 13. I tried to listen closely, focused on body language and social cues. I was embarrassed about my inability to get it, and always lurked in the background. That probably led very much into my adult life. And for the majority of my life, my mother was the sole breadwinner. She worked a lot. My dad had mental health issues. I had some ugly experiences along the way, and my parents weren't able to attend any of my school events my entire 13 years of school. So along the way, other parents and caring adults rooted for me. So to the parents and guardians and mentors who have supported this group of wonderful graduates throughout their education, well done, and thank you for this. And welcome to family and friends who are here today to celebrate. We are also pleased you could be here with us. Graduates, let us hear it for your friends and family too. I was the only one and the first and only one in my family to go to college, and I got a master's degree. How I was able to achieve this is still a bit mind-boggling to me, because I had to study harder, longer, repeatedly read chapters, and take notes a lot. I received federal grants, loans, worked multiple jobs, several of them simultaneously: waitressing, lifeguarding, was a hotel housemaid, and more, and I funded my own education. This experience has taught me to value differences. This experience has taught me to find that group of cheerleaders that you're gonna have. It can be that one person. It doesn't have to be 100 people. It can be 2 people. But just that person, when things are getting really tough, that you can reach out to, and they can cheer you along. I've been working for over 30 years. I started off in international supply chain management because I wanted to feel included, and diverse multicultural organizations made me feel comfortable. I traveled the world from Southeast Asia to living in Europe again and in the Middle East. I've always volunteered along the way, and after about 15, 16 years, I'd paid off my loans, and I changed my focus because I wanted the work to be mission-driven. So I started working in Boston, working for affordability, building people houses, affordable housing, finding them living wage jobs, and leading a violence prevention nonprofit for at-risk girls, while simultaneously running for public office. What I've learned along the way was that inclusion and equity became really important to me because of my life's journey, my life's experiences. My negative experiences and my mistakes motivated me to make my surroundings better. I started to have a vision that took me into my 50s to form, and I believe a lot of that was because of my dyslexia. It slowed me down in articulating thoughts and ideas. But I made up for it in experiences. I did things, and now I have this huge file, a gigabyte large of ideas. I don't want to see people struggling to find housing or keep their housing, struggling to find living wages, struggling to find words to articulate their thoughts and ideas, nor struggling to find access to opportunities that might be near them. We each have our own story. It will be exciting to see where your journey takes you. Remember, the journey is long, and there's lots of chapters, so don't expect to have it all planned out. It will be fun, it'll be sad, you'll make mistakes, you'll rewrite chapters. Some chapters will be a gigabyte of experiences, and that's okay. Meet people along the way, travel every line of the T, every state in the US, travel the world, cook with eggplant and artichokes. And to the extent that you can, err in the direction of kindness. Thank you.
Next up is the school chair president, Mr. Andre Green.
On behalf of the superintendent, central office, my colleagues in school committee, it is my honor and my privilege to congratulate the graduating class of 2022. As you may have heard tonight, the class of 2022 is arguably the most resilient class in Somerville history. I won't test that resilience tonight by making extended remarks, don't worry. But we are all aware this is a class that came into a high school that was an active construction site, lost a year of their time in that building to a pandemic, came of age amidst rising social, economic, racial, environmental, political, and violent upheaval in their communities and in the world. And after going through all of that, would have every right to have been selfish, to have every right to have been focused on making sure what was best for them happened, would have every right to have been fearful and small-minded. This class was none of those things. At every step along their path, they were guided by a principle of how do we make the world better for the people who will come after us? And when we look at the world and we look at its rising polarization, that is the question of the day. Will we be people who think about what's best for ourselves, or will we be people who, when the time comes, asks, how can I make the world better for the people coming after us? To the extent that this class has shown us how to do that, they have already been leaders. They have already been role models. They've already been exceptional. And if they go out in the world with the same spirit they showed their 4 years here at Somerville High, they will make the world a better place, as they already have here in Somerville. So with that, your challenge, no big deal, just save the world. You're up to it, we're proud of you, and we can't see what happens next. Thank you.
I talk fast, so pay attention. Good evening, Somerville High School family, and most importantly, the class of 2022. That's why you guys clap. I would be remiss if I didn't personally acknowledge Superintendent Skipper, who unfortunately couldn't be here this evening, Assistant Superintendent Mazza, School Committee President Green, the Honorable Mayor Ballantyne, and the other fine dignitaries here in attendance. Who would have thought I'd be here from projects to principal? That's what I said, from projects to principal. To the class of 2022, we are here to celebrate you. We are here to honor you. It's been a long and arduous road this year, and to say that I'm impressed is an understatement. As I stand here before you this evening, I am amazed with the talent, accomplishments, and work ethic you guys have demonstrated. You have all overcome challenges and obstacles to get to this very point. Don't let life get in your way. Don't allow negativity or the haters to derail your dreams. Continue to shine like the sun. Don't ever forget your journey. And remember, nothing that's worth it comes easy. You've heard that 20,000 times this year. As I reflect on the year, there are so many things that jump out at me. I remember the conversations outside listening to music. I remember playing ping pong on the makeshift lunch table. I remember visiting classrooms amazed at the in-depth conversations that took place. I remember the glow dance, how it started, how it ended. Spirit Week, kids cutting the lunch lines, to get 2 lunches, advocating for the right to go to LPs, and so much more. This is only from this year. So as you begin to reflect on your high school career, cherish those memories, embrace the future, and continue to strive for greatness. Graduation, time, effort, and hard work you put in. Your plans after high school are endless. Tufts University, UMass, Boston Lowell Amherst, Brown University, URI, local salons, local unions, family business, travel, and the list goes on. Don't let anyone define who you are, and don't forget your family back at 81 Highland Ave. Remember when I told you about the time I was in college and I took my shot? Don't be afraid to shoot your shot. Remember, I was rejected 5 times till the wife finally said yes. I wouldn't be who I am today. Without my beautiful wife, as she's given me my 4 most prized possessions, my 4 beautiful children. Taking chances is how we reach our goals. As you embark on your next chapter in your life, never forget the village that helped you get here. That village starts at home. At this time, I would like to personally thank you, the parents, guardians, aunts, uncles, grandparents, friends, coaches, mentors, chosen families, and the rest of the village that aided you in your life to get you to where you are tonight. Seniors, please find those people in the stands and thank them for the sacrifices they've made. Seniors, there you go. This year brought many firsts for me. First time really commuting to work and not being able to drop off and pick up my girls to school. First time riding the train. I know it's crazy, but I'm a Rhode Islander, so we don't have trains in Rhode Island. My first time in Somerville. First time in Assembly Row. I love that place. First time attending a hockey game. What a great time it was. This was also my first time being compared to Thanos. Inside joke. I thank you all for providing me with an amazing first time working outside of Rhode Island. When I arrived at Somerville High School last year, I remember the very first student I met, Selvin, and he asked me about the gym being complete. If I had $1 for every time Selvin asked me about the gym, I could actually afford to live in Somerville. I met with Jadison on our first or second day of school, and he expressed his desires about wanting homecoming, proms, dances, and all that good stuff. I think he succeeded with that. Jadison. I recall being greeted in the morning by Stacy's wonderful personality, and then trying to use that same personality to sneak into the lunch line as if she was VIP. I am laughing as I think about Zach and him hanging out in the windowsill talking about he's going to class. I'm not sure what class they have in the window. I recall talking with Aiden O when he learned he earned a scholarship to URI. Then he asked me, have you heard of URI? No, I only graduated from there, Aiden. Maddox has been touting his favorite taqueria place and even wanted me to get a taco truck. Sorry, maybe next year. Don't stop advocating for yourselves and continue to push the envelope and be the amazing community pillars that you all are. Class of 22, your time has arrived, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for you all. Remember, this night is the next step on your journey. You will get thrown curveballs when you expect a fastball. Don't let the unexpected deter you from dreaming and believing. Remember your high school career began in the old building, according to you guys, continued from home during the pandemic, and ended in the most beautiful and amazing building in the state. As you move forward in life, don't forget about the adults that helped shape your educational future and push you at time when you didn't want to be pushed. Remember those cold mornings waiting at the bus stop, waiting for the tea, waiting for the Uber to arrive. You weren't feeling good, and then remember the struggles in the classroom. All those memories will be superseded by the biggest accomplishment you have so far. That's walking this stage and grabbing your high school diploma. As your principal, it has been an honor witnessing your growth in just one short year. I will always be a phone call or text away, not Jack and Evander. Thank you all for embracing me and accepting me into your school and into your Highlander family. I leave you with this quote from Steve Jobs. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinion drown out your inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Thank you all to the class of 2022, and good luck in your future endeavors. That's like a mic drop. Now we will have these special honoring and recognitions by our class officers. That's you two. Come on to the stage.
Hello. You want to say it? Yeah. Okay.
Jaderson and I would like to present these honorary diplomas to Mr. Maza.
And then also Mr. Harry Regis.
And additionally, we'd like to present one to Mrs. Foreman.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Now it's time to celebrate what we all came for. It's time to distribute these diplomas. So we are going to present the National Honor Society first.
Jaderson Flores, class president.
Marie Lassard Brandt.
Senior class vice president, Anna Kausar.
Lucy Gunther.
Senior class secretary, Natalia Castillo Salmeron.
Ava Hardy.
Senior Class Treasurer and NHS Media Coordinator, Alexandra Valencia.
Ezra Khan.
National Honor Society President, Katherine Johnson.
Ian Morales.
National Honor Society Vice President, Rio Hunter Black.
Diana Posada.
Julia Abreu.
Carmen Raftery.
Gianna Amari.
Mariana Raftery.
Joseph Amari.
Nicholas Raton.
Davy Andrade Aviles.
Lindsay Rivera Asmin.
Terrence Andrew Blondin.
Amira Rose.
Olivia Aaronsbach.
Juliana Salazar Martinez.
Amin Ati.
Emily Silva.
Richard Beke.
Lillian Switkus.
Claudia Cooper.
Shrey Vashisht.
Bridget Court.
Maddox Wise.
Andrew DaCosta.
Calvin Wicks.
Elizabeth Da Silva.
Ian Williams.
Nicholas de Almeida Batista.
Evan Zrackett.
Enrique de Lara.
Selvin Garcia.
Samuel Diener.
Ashanti Germain Lewis.
Deborah Duachi.
Helen Gillespie.
Samantha Etoff.
Carlos Gonzalez Quintanilla.
Alexa English.
Evander Gosselin Neves.
Brittany Flores.
Raquel Grillo.
Tenzin Gassar.
Max Grosser.
Ash.
Elvis Guerra.
Jacqueline Enriquez.
Joyce Guerrero Murillo.
Emily Howley.
Christina Garang.
Suki Huang.
Sal Gwynn.
Brenton Jones.
Jake Hardy.
Kaylee Costa.
Madeline Henzer.
Leslie Montiel Dubon.
Cristian Eduardo Hernandez Aguilar.
Samantha Mood.
Myra Hernandez.
Sandra Mood.
Karen Huang.
Megan O'Leary.
Jared Hogan.
Edric Pacheco.
Michael Iqbal.
Leslie Perez Solis.
Shemaya Jenkins.
Kendall Perry.
Ilias Carmusi.
Tatiana Pineda.
Theo Lanoff.
Zachariah Abubakar.
Joseba.
Leah Acklin.
Jaden Lima.
Jose Aguilar Alvarado.
Aida Loha Simbena.
Diha Hamed.
Megan Long.
MD Sajin Ahan.
Edgar Lopez.
Christopher Alakan Aguirre.
Marisa Lopez.
Elizabeth Alakan Ruiz.
Ginsley Lewis.
Harrison Alfaro Gillian.
Stefka Lubin.
Amani Almeida.
Victoria Machado.
Kevin Alvarez.
Miguel Mahano Diaz.
Emerson Amaya.
Maybe Maldonado.
Stacy Amoko.
Christopher Mancia.
Antonio Anderson.
Fen Marcin.
Mateus Anel.
Jamie Mariquin Zacharias.
Kevin Arbeza.
Jack Marujo.
Daniel Arvalo.
Yulissa Matamoros Aguilar.
Jasenia Arita.
Daniel Matai.
Cole Baldwin.
Selena Matias Calmo.
Drizzly Barrera Mejia.
Briselda Matias Ramirez.
Philip Barros.
Isabel Matos.
Wilmer Batres Gonzalez.
Katie McCabe.
Shakina Bosiko.
Katie McDonough.
Angus Bell.
Diana Mendoza Bernal.
Omar Benkayet.
Jean Baptiste Michel.
Kyle Betts.
Guinevere Miller.
Lydia Blanchard.
Karina Maria Modesto.
Danisha Bonhomme.
Benjamin Montano.
Alexis Marie Brainard.
Fatima Morales Mejia.
Ezra Brody.
Gabriela Morales. Morales.
Joyden Bullard.
Sasha Moran.
Jay Campbell.
Elizabeth Morales.
Lily Campbell.
Bull Moreno.
Jasenia Canenguez.
Destiny Myers.
William Capuano.
Charles Nadeau.
Odalis Chavez Rosette.
Iskandar Nazar.
Nicholas Cicerone.
Damian No.
Maria Delise Cruz.
Jason Natwali.
Isaiah DeBarros.
Brittany Nunez Portillo.
Dennis Monty Delcid.
Nathan O'Connell.
Michaela Darafonts.
Aiden O'Donovan.
Edwin Diaz Perez.
Gabriel Oliveira.
Alessandra DeFusco.
Aiden O'Sullivan.
Nicholas DePietro.
Jennifer Palancia Nguyen.
Nathan Doe.
Owens Paul.
Larissa Dos Santos.
Jonathan Peddle.
Jahanzabid Durrani.
Gabriela Perez Rodriguez.
Shelby Duval.
Carrie Perez.
Alexander Alfarakis.
Diego Perez.
Stefania Estrella.
Emily Perez Bonilla.
Gabriel Fagundes.
Abigail Petion.
Richard Fagundes.
Sanaya Fills.
Josias Felice Batista.
Mahaley Pierre Noel.
James Fillmore.
Gabrielle Pimentel.
Johanna Flores Moreno.
Alexi Pineda Martinez.
Alexander Flores.
Tyler Pinheiro.
Michael Foster.
Erin Player.
Fidendi Francois.
Idalia Plaitez.
Devanji Ferreira Tejada.
Ana Portillo Flores.
Gloria Mack Coleman.
Dean Ramirez Morales.
Bertie Gebrehewitt.
Nicholas Reed.
Nev Carleen Addition.
Nilson Reyes Pena.
John Mary Adrian.
Olivia Richards.
Oscar Alvarez Campos.
Miles Rivera Highmark.
Jasmine Alvarez Galdames.
Jacqueline Rivera.
Luis Argueta Perez.
Kevin Rodriguez.
Halm Basileis.
Maya Roldan.
Samuel Coto Lopez.
Rigoberto Romero Amaya. Valeria Romero.
Steven Diaz Rodriguez.
John Rotundo.
Camille Ferreira.
Jaspreet Singh Saini.
Nayara Ferreira.
Annabella Sanchez Chevroletti.
Jorge Garcia Velázquez. Axel Gomez Ramirez.
Sofian Sarah.
Marlon Gonzalez Lopez.
Armarly Saul Straw.
Daniela Guerrero Seminario.
Monera Shura.
Jorge Guevara Ortiz.
Andrew Silva.
Prashit Gurung.
Caitlin Silva.
Dave Harwins Jean.
Nathaniel Simon.
Houston Joseph.
Giovanna Secreta Soares.
Emily Lana.
Aiden Slattery.
Jason Lopez Rivera.
Jennifer Sousa Goulart.
Matthew Cardoza.
Ashley Sousa.
Jessica Mejia Vasquez.
Jacob Swarms.
Tumiche Agundeco.
Maxwell Swarms.
Priscilla Olimpio.
Rui Teixeira.
Raya Patel.
Christopher Thompson.
Eduardo Pereira.
Jocelyn Torres.
Andrea Perez Guevara.
Nicholas Valdez.
Denis Portillo Pineda.
Carlos Valdivieso Cabrera.
Samuel Reyes Jimenez.
Joseph Valdivieso.
Ruth Rivera Majano.
Marco Van Beaver.
Marianela Ruiz Pascual.
Jorge Vasquez.
Nataina St. Cyr.
Jadrianis Vega Garcia.
Adriana Samayoa.
Idalia Velasquez.
Angelica Sanchez Llanes.
Patrick Walsh.
Kevin Tejada Interiano.
J.Q. Welsh. Elijah Williams. Isaiah Wright. Kelly Zelaya Perez.
Well, that concludes our 2022 graduation. Congratulations to our graduates. Congrats to the families and friends. Y'all don't gotta go home, but, oh, the tassels. Graduates, stand up. To the left. And let's turn your tassels. And congratulations to the class of 2022, Somerville High School.